guys, we got like another special guest here. He's so special that he's been there the whole time, just like childhood trauma in in your uncle's closet or the basement. I just watched the girl in the basement. I'm scarred for life. Anyway, introduce yourselves, both of you.
Good morning, sirs. My name is Mr. Mr. East.
Mr. East or Mister? Nice to meet you. What about you, good sir, in the corner?
Hi, my name is Takeshi Onaguchi. I am the proprietor and owner of uh, Ichiyaku Ramen.
Okay, so
And
to those of you who are
Wait,
not in the know, I'm Tragic. This is Bathroom. That's Pill, and we're the Wait.
we're the tribe called Quest.
Okay. Anyway, in your back of the bathroom, make sure to wash your hands, sit down,
My
and
name
don't
is
piss in your own
Christopher.
pants. And Pill or Bathroom, one of you. What's today's soap of the day?
Mr. The
Well,
soap. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead and do
no,
this.
you go ahead. You're the
All right.
special guest.
Fine. Today's soap of the day is Mr. Beast Burger flavored soap. That's right.
Yo!
If you want to wash your hands and have that delectable Mr. Beast Burger taste residue on them, well, this is the soap for you. Use hashtag HRT for a 20% off code on this soap flavor.
Why HRT?
Very fitting, actually, for what we're about to talk about.
Oh yeah. Fun fact also, this soap is all called Mr. Beast Burger Soap because it's just burger soap, but it costs $4.89 million,
Exactly.
which
So,
is also
this
the
is
revenue from
limited
Beast Burger last year. But just the revenue.
You know, while we're in the bathroom, make sure to drop a fat feastable in the toilet while you're at it.
Yeah. And so, as you guys know, we're talking about the infamous, the Donaldson, the weirdly looks like he's older than us, but is actually 24, Mr. Beast.
Is that not older than us? I'm literally 12.
Wait. Then that thing that thing we did in the closet, you can't tell anyone about. Got it?
I will tell you. You know, it's okay. I'll just wait 10 years and then review the allegations. It's fine. Don't worry. Let's keep rolling.
Anyway, so we're gonna talk a little bit about. Okay, let's be honest. Everyone knows who Mr. Beast is. He's this giant figure in YouTube where he does challenges. He does huge production videos. He gives away a lot of money for some reason. But we're gonna be taking a little in-depth look at that as very licensed, unlicensed therapists and very unlicensed law enforcement professionals and unlicensed, licensed, unconsensual euthanasia specialists. We're gonna be putting out our expertise on this topic. So we have our resident historian here, Pill, who's gonna read to you a little bit about like the early days of Beast, because contrary to popular belief, his rise came about in like the 2020s. If you look on Google Trends, right around the time when Corona started getting a lot of fame, so did Mr. Beast. Are they related? Who knows?
Yes.
Yo, well, okay, I was not prepared to have to read today because Tragic knows that I can't read, so I'm gonna do my best for you all today. Okay, let me just get my assistant to put up the teleprompter. Okay, here we go.
I thought you can't read.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that says. I'm gonna just read it.
Start after Team
So,
C's.
in 2012,
Start after Team C's.
I can't read. Okay, fine. This man, Mr. Beast, he's somebody who studied the YouTube recommendation algorithm. Wait, the teleprompter says relentlessly. Those who are fans of low tier God will definitely know that word. But he studied it relentlessly and single-mindedly. You can see the early vestiges of what shaped his style and worldview. Bro, so let's drop this dumbass shit and just skip to the timeline. Okay,
hear me out. So here's what I wanted to say about that. It's the fact that like, oh, this dude didn't watch YouTube videos to learn video content or stuff like that. He studied the recommendation algorithm. It kind of like Bathroom. Don't you think like by studying the algorithm that shows videos to people rather than what the actual videos and what makes a good video, it kind of shows like, hey, I want to get famous, bro. It's like that one scene from Total Drama Island's theme song. It's like, I wanna be famous. You know that one?
Yeah,
What
of
a
course.
fucking nerd.
I love that
Shut the
song.
fuck
I
up.
love that show. Now.
But yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. It's like you're studying the algorithm that recommends videos, but not how to make a video. What does that mean? It means you got brain rot supreme. You can predict brain rot. You got that precognition brain rot.
That's like the opposite of brain rot if it's precognition. That's like brain germination or something before that shit seeds.
Brain spores.
There we go.
Spore head. Forgive bathroom. He just took a little nappy poo, so he.
He was actually sleeping with Tragic's mom just now. I can verify.
What the?
Okay. But anyway, we'll go. Bathroom. Anything you want to say about that, or do you want to move on to the timeline?
Well, I personally think that Mr. Beast is a plant by the government to. He's like a social experiment, a big social experiment done by the government around the time of COVID to make kids into more selfless beings. Now, this backfired when they realized that kids don't have the amount of money that Mr. Beast does. And so now they're trying to take Mr. Beast apart through other plants implanted in his crew, which we'll talk more about later.
Also, just to completely debunk Bathroom a little bit, and then later he's going to debunk me by talking about the plants. He actually started before 2019. In fact, why don't you tell us a little bit more about it, Pill?
Okay, I will. And also, I'm still waiting for Bathroom to drop a source on kids not having as much money as Mr. Beast, but I digress. So, in 2012, he started out actually as a Let's Player, a gamer, YouTuber, you know, standard classic YouTube content, playing games, God knows what the fuck, talking about tips to being a YouTuber, and, you know, delving his feet into YouTube drama. Of course, This channel wasn't very big at the time, so not much to it. And later on in 2015 to 2016, he started making videos on like people with the worst intros ever, gained some popularities. I know he would critique people's banners. I remember at this time actually when Mr. Beast had like 30,000 subscribers, he made a video on a Geometry Dash, where it included a Geometry Dash YouTuber who was actually bigger than his channel at the time, which got him promptly roasted by the entire Geometry Dash community back in 20.
Wait, there was a Geometry Dash community? I was in it, but damn, they're losers.
Yeah, they actually roasted. They were roasting Mr. Beast as being some nobody trying to make fun of one of their YouTubers. And look how things turned out 8 years later.
How the tables turn.
How the turntables.
Or how the Geometry Dash is. Oh!
Moving on from these terrible puns. In the era of 2017 to 2020, he entered the era of look at me do kind of content, where he had videos of just hanging out on the internet, just doing shit.
He was like watching paint dry. He was like watching grass grow. He was just saying, I'm going to count to 10,000. And I'm like, okay, why would I want to watch someone do that? But he did. People watched that.
Exactly. And this is when he started gaining mainstream success. So this is when Zoomers started taking over the internet. So that's why this brain dead content was starting to get good. So that's why
the spores have started rotting, basically, at that point, right?
Exactly. This showed the seeds of brain rot. And then, after that, so this was about 7 or so years ago. But, which was in 2021, so around 2024, that's when he started to use YouTube Rewind remakes as a way to get off into, like, mainstream success. And then the best thing that ever happened to him is Squid Game dropped out of North Korea. And then because of it,
Fun fact, by the way, fun fact. So, a lot of people don't know this. Squid Game was actually just a documentary of North Korea. But then South Korea got a hold of it and then made it entertainment. They made it palatable. They made it fun. Because, you know, North Korea can.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't hear about that in textbooks, kids, just to let you know.
Yeah, Squid Game is a documentary.
Yep. But either way, though, he did receive some criticism as highly successful as his Squid Game videos were. They did get some criticism for not fully understanding the anti-capitalist, in other words, socialist pig message that Squid Game was trying to push. But you know, nobody cares what commies think, so that's not really that important. But at the same time, he kept doing things like that, and then he decided, you know, why don't I just take all of this money I have and just start giving it to people and filming it to make back the money and do it again. So that's when Mr. Beast discovered the free money glitch of just giving money to people and getting it right back, and that became his main branded content. So brain dead Zoomers, the kinds who did wire fraud at Chase Bank, looked at his videos and thought, wait up, if I subscribe to this guy long enough, maybe he'll give me money and I'll be famous for being in one of these videos.
It's like,
as you can tell, the spores of brain rot are starting to infect Zoomers, so they're so delusional.
And I want to like hop on a little bit of that, just like something Bathroom will relate to, something from his, not only from his life but his community and his identity. Like Bathroom, isn't that just sound like no, Bathroom, doesn't that just sound like a nice guy? Like, oh, it's like, oh, if I just follow him, maybe he'll give me money. Like, if I just be nice to her, maybe she'll sleep with me.
Yeah. This is textbook Simpology 101 right here.
So think about it. So not only Mr. Beast, his content has always been brain rot. He put the seeds of brain rot. He put the seeds of simping in there too. Mr. Beast is Zoomers. He was the government model for Zoomers. Like, this is what I said earlier when I said that Bathroom would absolutely just debunk me as a person.
It's a government plan, dude. This is known. He was chosen because he was willing to like fucking do the upper limit of things that people didn't want, like count to 10,000. Who's gonna fucking do that? He showed resilience. He showed resilience, and the government noted that, and he passed the tryout, and they gave him this opportunity to brainwash Zooms.
Fun fact: his middle video that we were talking about was actually just his audition to become the next brainwashing device.
Exactly.
Actually, yeah. What if you had to make a challenge to determine the next brainwashing device for the next generation? What would you have them do? I think I would have one. I would tell them to make a video where they just stare at the camera without blinking for at least 25 minutes. No camera tricks.
The easiest application to recruiting the next like glowy psyop is to whatchamacallit, simply just tell them to start a TikTok trend. If it goes viral, they're hired.
That's too easy though. That's too easy. That's too easy. We need someone who's we need someone who's not. We need someone who can be. It's kind of like what they talk about. Like, he studied the recommendation algorithm. No, most people would study viral videos. You gotta go a little bit above the chaff. You know, you gotta go in a place. You gotta like skim the cream and then drink the milk.
And you gotta like suck the titties, but not too much on the tips. I get what you mean.
Yeah, you gotta suck the side of the titties for the promise of the milk they'll never come.
Yes, I get that very much.
That's for some reason a really good line. I don't know why.
That was actually a really good line.
I don't even know what that means, damn. But Bathroom, what are you thinking about this? Like, there's a few points about Mr. Beast that like it shows a little bit of like. You kind of touched on that. His content requires massive spending to generate massive views and profits, and then it's kind of like charitable capitalism, where is his philanthropy genuine, or is it just a marketing strategy?
I think it's a marketing strategy, personally. I mean, look, he generates so much income that he can afford to literally give some away. Like, he said it himself. Like, for him, how much money he makes from the videos, like, he can give out $500,000 away in a video, but that video itself will literally generate like $2 million. He can afford it. It's marketing, bro. It's all well.
Yeah, but also, you know what's also a little bit crazy, right? You know how there's that one he quoted somewhere saying, "Oh, I just take all my money from my videos. It makes a lot of money, but I put it right back in my video." Now, to those on the outside, to Zoomers, to Boomers, and to Coomers, you'll think, "Oh wow, he takes that money. He'll take that money. He's putting it back into his videos. His videos are all about donating to people." If you notice very carefully during that interview, he's only talking about his like philanthropy videos, right? And his philanthropy is like, "I just put it back in my content." And then we give back more. And I'm like, yeah, that's very deceiving. Because if you think about it, a lot of his videos weren't about giving back. And then where did all that money come from to make Mr. Beast Burger, where, he keeps some of the money? Or Mr. Beast Bar, or Mr. Beast Gaming, or all these, hold on, let's go through that. Let's do something. Let's go through the list of companies that he owns. He's got Beast Reacts. He's got Beast Gaming, Beast 2, which is vlogs, Beast Philanthropy, which is a philanthropy organization, which is... Yeah, Beast Burger, Feastables, Team Trees, and Team Seeds. Now, those are philanthropy. And I will say, there is a point to be made. That, regardless of his intentions, he's done actual good in the world by putting out the money and then actually giving it away. So that is not what we're going to be discussing. Because, like, did he have a good impact? Yes. But we're talking about his impact on the internet and to the people he doesn't give money to.
Okay,
because here's the thing: when you give charity, inherently, people there's kind of a little bit of an argument. Like, you can't really like fault someone for giving charity, even if their reasons are a little bit iffy. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, they're giving money, they're helping people, they're distributing wealth. Everyone knows the economic formula. Wealth creation is all about the amount of money times the speed of money. So he's like having a lot of money and spending a lot. So he's good for the economy. But because that income comes from donations and it comes from videotaping these acts, there's another element to it. The element where, you kind of got to look at the fact that he's also making videos. Like, undisputably, giving money, that's good. Filming it and making content and making money off of it to give more money, that's what we're going to be talking about, because it's very different.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, that's the only way you could make such content profitable. Like, some people will rag on Mr. Beast, like, oh, you're doing all this shady stuff and this about how you get this money, but like, at the end of the, well, okay, besides the rigging that we'll discuss later, at the end of the day, in order to make giving out large sums of money to people profitable, you do have to ensure that you're guaranteed to get the money back so you can keep doing it in the future and keep making a positive impact if that's your intention. You can't just be like, I'm gonna give money and have no plan on how I'm gonna get it back in the future. Whatever the fuck content.
Pill,
Consumers don't understand.
Pill, you made me realize something, which is that, like, it is kind of weird when you think about it. Philanthropy is often like someone who already has money and gives it out. Like, if you look at it, it's shaped like a pyramid, where upside down pyramid, right? Where it's like money on the bottom, a lot of money on the top, and it funnels down to small people below. But
trickle down.
Yeah, trickle down economics. But like, he's just taking money and then giving it to other people. It's like an hourglass almost. No, it's like different than an hourglass. He heaps of the money.
Sounds like communism.
It's like
actually.
no, it's like two pyramids on top of each other with the long sides. Oh, whatever. You know what I mean.
You're saying there's no Illuminati behind this? You're saying pyramid?
I think that's exactly what he's saying.
Nah, I'm saying, like, normally it's like someone with a lot of money giving to people. It's him with getting a lot of money and giving away some of it. Because here's the thing. He's like, people are like, oh, he gives away all his money. I'm like, I'm pretty sure most of the people who work for him, the editors and the people who, like, charge him and invoice him and the lawyers are, I'm pretty sure he doesn't spend all the money, because last time I checked, lawyers aren't exactly known for doing shit for free.
Wait, they don't?
Wait, they don't?
Okay. They did. Okay. First of all, we don't pay bathroom. We pay him in other ways.
Oh, yeah. Well, we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you the big question. And I don't know if you two have done enough research to know this, but what about the people who say his videos are completely fake?
Oh, Pill, you know more about that. So why don't you hop on that?
Hop on this.
Shut up.
You guys already know all the people talking about him rigging his videos. There's a lot of the allegations coming out. The people who are in his game shows, everything like that, saying that, oh, I busted my ass to do this, and this. I nearly broke my leg. I nearly died. A homeless man gave me hepatitis B, and this man still gave money to someone stupid in the end of it. So, there's a lot of that, but, like, at the same time, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Were people really expecting all these money videos, especially after the first initial ones, to be authentic? Like him actually giving money to somebody he doesn't know? This is literally how life works. If I could really get into this, I would start bringing up banks, but I don't need to be asked in my own house. So,
You're at my house, so what do you mean your own house? Oh, wait, we're married. I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. We will both be disappeared overnight if I start talking about people giving money.
I work for them. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is
in fact, I want a divorce right now.
Wait, no!
Oh shit, he's gone. Well, I'll just say they can't get me here in Europe. In Europe, we're a little more zace.
Oh, you mean Liverpool, 34-5 Avenue?
Thank you very much for doxing me up. Anyways,
look across the street.
Oh shit! Oh
yeah, play nice. You see this dog right here? This dog with this nice little top hat. He's got a nice little coat. Yeah, that's my dog. And you know,
That's a
you see
scout.
right,
Why
you
your
see,
dog dress as a
yeah, you see
fucking
right next,
Redditor?
you see right next to him with the bazooka. Yeah, that's also my bazooka. Bubblegum, of
That's a
course.
scout.
Yeah,
And you see
in
right next to
case you
that,
guys don't know what
you
happened,
see right next to that. I'm in
Tragic is
Europe. This is
standing
a
outside
truck.
the bathroom's house. Yeah, Tragic is standing outside Bathroom's house with a dog dressed as a Redditor and his fucking schlong hanging out in plain view. In case you guys don't know what's going on.
It's crazy. It's crazy that yesterday was 9/11. We didn't do a 9/11 episode.
Oh
If
yeah, we
that
should
is
do it.
true. But
Oh, someone's in Europe.
well, we don't talk about shit that's fake, though. Well, except Mr. Beast. That's an
Is
exception.
that Mr. Beast?
Hey,
We talk
no. 9/11 was real. It's the day that I finally managed to achieve something in my life. I was
Oh,
born.
no, you,
I was born. I was born on 9/11. What do you guys?
that is very true.
I mean, shit. That retcon
In a very
all the
similar
age
vein,
shit.
no, in a very similar vein, I was born in a 7-Eleven, so it fits.
What?
Uh,
Okay. Anyway, continue with Mr. East.
Oh yeah. Mr. Breast, he was like, yeah, he was faking all of his videos, everything, like, or at least allegedly faking all his videos. But again, what were people expecting? Did they really think this man was giving $350,000 to some random homeless guy in the streets?
I wish.
Of course that wasn't gonna happen. You just employed all of you stupid Zoomers who thought you could get rich quick by being with this YouTuber. Maybe he paid you a little bit of money or whatever, gave you some incentives not to sue him if anything went wrong. But there is no way these people thought they were actually competing for life-changing money. It doesn't matter how rich Mr. Beast is, he can't make a profit giving out hundreds of thousands of dollars to every random person who shows
True.
up and no, just to
Especially
get to his
after
videos.
Apocalypse. Also, didn't you notice that like in the recent videos, all his giveaway there were people in his company or the fucking Squid Games thing. It was with YouTubers. I was like, wait, why are you using YouTubers who already have money? Like these are famous YouTubers, so they probably have millions of dollars. And he probably like, hey, yeah, you're gonna give it back, right? And they probably will.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
this
saying.
is
Exactly.
also fishy to me.
Again, there's just all this economic circle jerking as you look higher up. People should have expected this from the start. He only used the illusion that he would be paying the average normie to build up the clout, and then he rug pulled that away as soon as the business model became sustainable.
Can we get much higher?
Yeah. So it's kind of
No,
like,
we cannot. It's designed to prevent that.
but yeah, that kind of touches back on the point. Like, is the philanthropy genuine or marketing? It's completely marketing, and it's also the commodification of virality. His content gets massive spending for massive views, and then what did he do with all that massive views? Or sure, early days he talked about how he's doing this and that. He had Team Trees, Team C's, and all that, which is like a collaborative effort, and he like donated money too. But don't forget that money came from the audience. It wasn't technically his. And then what? Because and I keep saying, and people are like, oh, but he did give away money. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that's good. But then what did he do afterwards? He made a burger chain, which is a ghost kitchen. So not only does he not own intellectual property, he didn't make a recipe. He's literally just banking on marketing, no substance. And also Feastables. Okay, I will admit, Feastables is actually a product and tastes okay. It's chocolate. What do you expect? But
You didn't fucking.
yeah. So what did he do? He took the money that people like gave him, and he gave it away to grow bigger and bigger. And then once the pot was bigger, he started taking some for himself. What's that called? Business. You always put your money back into a business. It doesn't really matter what that business is. His business was being a good person. But then when the pot got bigger, he started taking some money off the table. Where did he put that money off the table? Into his pocket, into his mouth, into his
Into his child sex.
Well, I meant like the chocolate thing because of the mouth. But then what would? Oh no, just his mouth. Actually, that's the only place it went. But continuing on with that, I like a little bit of that is Mr. Beast, but he's also a YouTuber. Like the YouTube platform, he just became a product of what the YouTube algorithm likes. I mean, think about it. He studied. We keep coming back to the thing that I said. Like, you know, the reason why most people are unhappy is because Uncle Jimmy touched them. It all goes back to childhood. Mr. Beast as a child.
Uncle Jimmy.
Mr. Beast. Okay, fine. Jimmy as a child decided, I'm going to study an algorithm instead of going to college because that's an idea.
That's cool.
That's really what's going to make money. And he made the good choice. He realized how profitable YouTube is. I mean, obviously he's not the first to do that, but I think he's the first one to do that in a way that puts him at the forefront.
He's the first one to do it the most autistic way possible.
I guess.
Yeah, he's so fucking brave, actually, and valid for doing that. Like, imagine 10 years ago coming out to your parents saying, "Mom, Dad, I want to be a YouTuber." Can you imagine the shame that would bring on your family?
Apparently, his mom cut him off and kicked him out.
Really? Exactly. There we go. He's such an oppressed race of people. He's a pioneer, actually. A professional scholarly YouTuber who came out so long ago, and he's made it work. So I'm proud of the position.
They need to put the light blue stripe on the flag.
Yeah, they should.
And pink, don't forget that.
And pink.
Wait,
yeah.
We have the same color as Mr. Beast. I just realized that.
Speaking of light blue,
we're a subsidiary.
Let's talk about his co-host.
Oh yeah,
Chandler and Christina. Let's talk about them a little bit. Chandler, I find, is a very interesting character.
I don't know anything about this. All you guys got this.
I mean, Chandler is an interesting character because, well, he was always the odd one out. Like, everyone would make memes saying, like, oh, Chandler never wins any challenges. He's always, like, kind of like the loser of the group. But now he's the most liked and well-respected, and that includes Mr. Beast, too. He's
talking about Chris Chandler? What's going on?
No, we're talking about Chandler as in the Chandler who is with Mr. Beast. And then, speaking about Chris Chan, then there's Christina. Christina was Chris before he transitioned, or whatever. And the reason why Mr. Beast is taking a hiatus, or why he's not making as many videos now,
or why he's not replying to comments.
Yeah.
And deleting them.
It's because of Christina. Because Christina, ended up doing a 48%. Well, not that, but, touching kids. Decided,
what is a 48%?
Moving on.
What is a 48%?
So, yeah.
Wait, is that just 69 minus 100?
As you can see, Tragic doesn't know how to do math. Moving on from that conversation. We see that Mr. Beast's assistant, yes, they were caught grooming and...
I promise. I make a lot of money. I don't have to be smart. I make money.
Of course you don't have to show you.
What did you say? 69 minus 100?
Shut up.
Either way, they were caught grooming kids, sexting minors, all of that classic YouTuber stuff. And they were also apparently on very good terms with a man we should bring on the podcast one day that many of you might know by the name of Shadman, even going as so far as to hang some of it in their house on full display. Wait, what?
We grew up with Shad.
Of course. Oh, yeah, and my audio got fucked up again, but I'm gonna just roll with it. But yeah, everybody knows the classic Shadman. But yeah, so this was somebody who, on very good terms with this artist, a very classic artist, and yet here they were appearing in many videos with kids.
Obviously, the initial idea to keep Christina around, or Chris around after he transitioned was very controversial. So let me pose a question to you guys. Let's say you were Mr. Beast's position and one of your best friends
all the money.
Are you kicking them off? Would you kick them off if you were Mr. Beast when they transition?
You're still here, aren't you? Well, I guess it's different. You still have the vagina.
Would they be kicked off for transitioning or for grooming kids?
No.
I'd kick them off for transitioning, but not for grooming kids.
I mean, I would too, but I'm just saying, that's not the source of the controversy.
Wait, what'd you say?
His audio.
I feel like that's not the source of the controversy. I thought the grooming minors was.
No, the grooming minors was, even though it shouldn't be, the grooming minors one was the source of controversy. But I'm just saying, like, as a business decision, let's say you're Mr. Beast and your co-star, through your second in command transitions. Like, what do you do? As like,
I would fire them actually, because not half of the things I tell them can be considered sexual harassment. So I fire them in an instant.
Oh, it's true. You gotta.
What are we talking about?
Well, okay, well, think about it this way, Tragic. You have a coworker. You know how guys speak to each other. I mean, I know you were a guy once in your life, Tragic, before you transitioned. So you remember how you would speak to your fellow male colleagues, the kind of jokes you would tell them, give them like a little cheeky wank when you see them in the locker, gotta keep them guessing, get a little spanks every now and then. If you did that
Yeah.
to a woman, that's sexual harassment, and suddenly you have to lose your job and you get sued. So if one of my coworkers have like called to transition, I will fire them because I can't risk getting a sexual harassment suit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a good
With these
point.
girls, like, sexually harass them as much as you can.
That's a good point. And you know what? At the end of the day, literally, like, that's what happened. Well,
That
with
actually
kids.
isn't you.
Like,
But they won't though.
literally, like, the most true thing that could have happened. Grooming kids. All we're waiting for now is an act, and then the trifecta is complete.
Oh, you think he's the reincarnated Epstein?
Maybe.
Actually, could be, yeah.
Wait, think about it. He transitioned 4 days after Epstein killed himself. Maybe
How
the
the
soul
fuck do you know
of
the
Epstein.
day?
Holy shit. Epstein didn't kill himself. Epstein transitioned. He was reborn.
He was reborn.
Oh yeah, we should stop using his dead name, Epstein.
No, I'm sorry.
That's pretty clever, you little clever shit.
The dead name.
All right. So, Mr. Beast, what's the verdict? Good YouTuber, scammer. What do you guys think about him on a personal level? On a personal level, not
we know him personally. He's in our basement right now.
That is true. He's a pretty great guy, actually. He did give me $350,000 last week because we're part of the inner circle joint. But
yeah, he's
I
got
digress.
very his inner colon is just very very stretchy.
That too.
And he's like such a good sport about when I hook up to a car battery talking about where's our tax.
That as well.
But I think overall the problem with Mr. Beast is just he's a YouTuber. He has too much power, and it's like, oh, why did he allow all these things to happen, or why did he treat people badly? It's like he's a megalomaniac YouTuber. I mean, come on, he studied an algorithm, and apparently, from interviews I've heard with a podcast called My First Million, he said stuff like, oh, I don't know anything besides YouTube. Like, he doesn't know TV shows, he barely knows sports, he only knows YouTube. It's like this dude is just like so single focused on this one thing, and then the results that he gets from it. He's not a normal person. And because of that, what do the normal people do when they find out that someone's doing some crazy shit? They're like, he's talking to kids inappropriately. It's like, whatever. As long he won't get caught, or like it doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect me, or it doesn't matter. I need them for our stuff.
But also, in addition to that, though, also in all honesty, the thing with Mr. Beast is he honestly really hasn't done anything that bad himself, which is pretty good for a YouTuber size. Most of the shit that's controversial with him right now is stuff that he's either trying to cover up or shady shit he's trying to do.
Or just
He himself
also what he
actually
stands
hasn't done. Well, yeah, but he hasn't really done anything unethical like himself, like directly. He's not the one grooming minors and all that bullshit like
Oh no,
that.
he is.
But like,
he's like tenderizing. He's tenderizing the meat for him. He's letting Chris Chan go through all the kids that are squealers, then he gets the real quiet ones for it. Okay, well, that is a statement that is a statement I do not like. Okay, never mind.
Obviously, Tragic has more experience in this than I do, but from all I'm gonna say,
all I can say is the girl in the bathroom. It's not just a movie. It's a warning to everyone I meet.
Eventually, though, when a YouTuber gets big enough, you gotta start hiring people.
We're gonna make the sequel. Instead of the girl in the basement, it's gonna be the girl in the bathroom.
Either way, you start hiring your friends and all these people to help you make your content, produce things, all that stuff. Eventually, one of your coworkers, just out of sheer dumbassery and statistics, is gonna get themselves into hot shit, and then you have to make a decision: am I gonna cut this person off and fuck up my entire brand? Am I gonna try to keep this hidden as long as I can, hope it blows over? But eventually, everything is gonna slip up, and a big YouTuber will get ousted for something that will result in them being canceled. It's almost a statistical certainty. You cannot be that big without somebody creating controversy within your brand, whether it's somebody who purposely planted themselves in your brand to start it, or someone who got powerful enough in that brand to start doing stupid shit thinking they won't get caught.
And that's how we
But
circle back
again,
around to the CIA.
the fact that he wasn't directly involved with the shit like grooming minors, he was just trying to cover up for it. It's still bad, but he himself isn't as bad as a person as someone like, I don't know, fucking Doctor Disrespect, whatever that man was doing, or like,
It's probably still
I don't know,
kids.
some other. Just saying though, he could have been worse. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, he will be, especially if he doesn't give me my goddamn. I mean, yeah. Anyway.
So, are we gonna talk about his obituary, or is that for a later
wait,
time?
do you say luchador?
No, we're gonna talk about Jimmy's obituary, or
Oh, yeah. So this is part one where we kind of just give a background on Mr. Beast and kind of how we ended up here. We'll talk about the specific allegations as well as both how things occurred and like honestly, it'll be our first like journalist style story where we actually give more facts than sass.
and in fact, we're gonna be doing on the ground research actually in the next one because as we told you, Mr. Breast is in our basement, so I'm gonna be going out with him. You won't see me in his next video whenever he drops that actually.
Well,
But
he's not gonna be dropping that. It's gonna, and I don't think you'll find it on YouTube. You'll find it on a site called The Onion. Oh wait,
no,
not The Onion. The Onion. My bad. Not The Onion, as in like the YouTube or a media company. I mean the Onion Network, as in
Oh no,
the
no,
Onion
we're not
router.
talking about. Oh, we're talking about Tor. I thought you were talking about like Sway or some shit. But yeah, you could also find.
You'll find him on a snuff film called "Give Us the Money and You Get to Live."
Exactly that.
Yeah, it won't have as many thumbnails or as many clever titles as his other videos.
Oh no,
I think it'll be just as great.
There'll be plenty of thumbnails. They'll just be plucked from his fingers as he's screaming in agony. But I digress.
But anyway, yeah. But part two, we're gonna talk about specific stuff and journalist stuff. You gotta apologize, bathroom. He's currently down there with Mr. East right now, and he's like just listening to it on headphones, and then also like chiming in while. Hey, bathroom. What are you holding now this time? What did I think we went through the stapler. We went through the carrot. We went through the oregano. What are you holding now?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Did
we move on to like the semi truck that we're just like slowly crushing him against the wall with, or is that too
We're
early?
crushing him with a semi-chub? What?
Semi truck.
No, right now we're actually with a Toyota, just a Toyota pickup.
Wait, that's my Toyota. I said we're not. Dad, I gotta rewrite these instructions. Anyway,
this podcast is also sponsored by Toyota, by the way. Go to toyota.com/bathroom and save 20% on the network. We'll save 20% on the next Toyota you purchase.
But yeah, it's been interesting discussion, you guys. And if you guys want to hear more, or if you guys think you have something to say, don't, because that would be actually that would be very concerning, honestly, if you wanted to talk to us or if you had stuff you wanted to contribute to this conversation.
Very true.
We'll talk to you guys next time on whenever we manage to record and I manage to edit. This has been I'm Tragic.
I'm Bathroom.
I'm Mr. Beast.
I need help. Anyway, Dad's make sure to wash your hands, floss, wipe, and see you all next time.
Don't forget to groom minors. I mean, don't groom minors. Oh, I mean.
Do that.